I've become Ward 6 Commissioner, I was surprised by how much information you have to go through if you want to truly be prepared for those study sessions and for the commission meetings. Providing for repealer, saving clause, severability, and codification.
It's a total different world. You know, the terminology, the language, all the legal terminology. I mean, there's so much.
Most of us that run don't know what we're, exactly how it's going to be structured unless you're involved and go down and watch meetings in advance of running or in advance of being elected. Now, people have started doing that to some degree. Going down and watching the meetings sometimes gives people the want to come down and be a part.
I didn't know that when you served on the council, you also got appointed to 3 different boards. And so I go to those board meetings, and then there's been a couple of them where there were subcommittees that I was really interested in, and so I've taken on some side work on those committees that I'm on. So, but I'm enjoying it.
When you serve on other boards, you meet other people with different opinions. Some you agree with, some you don't. We all have different opinions, and just being out in the public and getting to, learn culture and viewpoints of other individuals is really interesting, sometimes challenging, but you have to maintain a level of not being opinionated or overly opinionated. You have to be open, to others' ideas and opinions about things.
This governing body is, in my opinion, like every governing body that I've worked with since I've been the city manager in 2015, a very civic-minded, passionate group that wants to move the city ahead, make improvements, particularly in infrastructure, improve our customer service, improve the look of the city, and improve upon what we call quality of life, which is providing things for people to do.
It takes a lot of time to be a commissioner. To be a mayor, not only a lot of time to study the information, but it also takes a lot of time to be at all the commitments that you're expected to be at. I think I started tracking it not too long ago. I think I spend between 30 and 32 hours a week being mayor.
There's enough to keep you busy. You just kind of have to balance. Sometimes it's so much that you have to balance is what you do for a living and what you're doing for the city, and which is the most important that day.
It's challenging, but it's worth it. All the things, when I see new things happen and we all get to enjoy things that happen positively in this city, it's great.
It's always rewarding when you find a solution, and when they come out of it feeling like they've been heard, that's very rewarding. That's why I'm in this, is to make a difference.
I believe in a team. I read somewhere, and I'll get the numbers wrong, but a single horse can pull like 16,000 pounds. 2 horses pulling in tandem can pull like 60,000 pounds. I mean, it's incredible how much more 2 horses in tandem can do. And I say that because I think about being mayor, how that works with my commissioners.
We want to have a unified front. We don't like division, and that's the reason why most things that we vote on is unanimous.
Passes 7-0. When you look at our votes, it's almost always 7-0. Now, it doesn't mean that we always agree on everything, but it means we're headed the same direction.
In today's world, when you're disagreeing with somebody on their opinion, it can get kind of volatile at times. We're not like that at all.
You create a camaraderie, you create trust. It's like you become a family, a unit.
It's not any one person. I am convinced it is a team.
There's a lot of positivity in it. It's very rewarding. Then, you also have to deal with the negativity.
There are times when people call with issues that really is not our responsibility. So you feel like you're kind of letting them down when you don't have an answer for them. But I always try to guide them to the right resources and still help them find a solution, even if it's not something that the city of Enid would take care of.
One day you can't do anything wrong, the next day you can't do anything right, and you have to be able to weather those storms.
We get a lot of public input, some of it positive and some of it negative, but we get that, and which is the way government should run, especially at this level. But sometimes that's straining on someone that's obviously, if you're dealing with a family and dealing with business that you're working in, but it all kind of works out. And when you sign up, you got to realize that that's part of the job.
When we have a topic that people have an issue with, it's not necessarily that they have an issue with it, it's because they don't understand it. They don't understand it because we don't always explain it real well. So from being a teacher for 12 years, I think that enables me to sit down and have a conversation with folks and say, let me go back and try to explain to you why we're doing this, right? It's not emotional. We're not out to take advantage of somebody. This started X amount of time ago. We've thought about it, we've researched it, we've re-researched it, and here we are today trying to make a decision. So I think the teaching has really helped me also be able to convey that to people whenever I speak, or I hope it does.
It takes time. When you want to do something constructive and something that's of great value, it takes time.
You know, I sit here and I look at our community. I go to different conferences where I talk to other mayors and all the challenges that they have, and we are so fortunate to live in Enid. I mean, we have good management from our city staff, more specifically from our financial side of the city staff to make sure that we have the dollars to do the things that we do. Other communities don't always have that.
You can't do it on a weekly basis or even probably a yearly basis, but if you sit back and look at how our city has transformed itself and how we've grown and some of the good things that we've done, we had a little part in a lot of that. Some of that we had a large part in it, but there are things you can point to, and I believe we've made the city a better place to live in.
There is no manual, by the way. You just kind of have to feel your way through that.